Hello, Purple Rosa here, and I'm continuing on with Western Skyrim. On my way to Morthal to continue the main quest as Princess Svana wants to unite the Jarl of the Hold, so Morthal, Carthwatch, and there's another one I can't remember. Anyway, we're going to Morthal first to hopefully get the Jarl on our side that there is a threat in Western Skyrim because Svana's father doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to help, doesn't want to do anything because he doesn't trust me and Lyris because we work for the Skald King. And he thinks the Skull King wants to take Western Skyrim from him. He's too paranoid.
Wolf attacks? Ghosts? Reachman raids? I'm getting out of this town.
So that's the Morthal quest, but continue with the main quest. So we're going to talk to Jarl Redharn. So Morthal. Cool little town. It's kind of like I remember it from Skyrim. I remember it was on water. So yeah, we'll do this. Oh, there's some dogs. There's Lyris.
Lucky Mog passed along your message. I would have hated to miss all this mud.
So there's other quests, but no, this one. Hopefully the Jarl will listen.
Why does the Princess of Solitude grace my humble hall with her royal presence? Are you here on behalf of the High King?
I've come to warn you, Jarl Redharn.
Warn me? I already received orders from your father. What more is there to say?
Orders? Right. But you need to prepare the Hold's defenses.
And what must we defend ourselves against this time? More urns and fetishes?
Please, Jarl Redharn, let my friend explain. The threat to our holds is worse than you can imagine.
Well, yeah, listen.
Go ahead and explain the situation to the Jarl. I'll stand back here and try to look friendly.
Just smile.
Well, that didn't go too badly. Tell the Jarl what we're facing. Hopefully he's willing to listen.
Oh, let's hope.
Haven't seen the Princess of Solitude in a while. Funny, from what I've heard recently. I expected someone a little more drunk.
Hey! Careful, you're talking about the High King's daughter here.
Oh, no disrespect intended, but her reputation precedes her, and that's all I'll say about that matter. Now, if you're going to speak to the Jarl, you better get to it. He's not as patient as the High King.
The High King's not patient at all.
You're not the subject of this realm, and that woman with you. She's the giantess of the East. The High King warned us to beware of packed spies. If Princess Svana trusts you, however, you have my ear. Tell me about this threat.
We're in the pact, yes, but we're not here to spy, we're here to stop this threat. The Icereach coven can summon deadly magical storms. One storm already destroyed Kilcreath Temple.
We're not Daedra worshippers. Our blood's hot enough to boil a blizzard, and we've got more pressing concerns than some northern squall. We received Svargrim's orders, promptly ignored them, and immediately ran afoul of a gaggle of Reachmen.
High King Svargrim sent orders?
The High King sent a royal decree, said to leave any strange objects or fetishes we spotted around the hold alone. They were dangerous, he said. Just so happens we found a few. I had my soldiers destroy them. That's when we encountered the Reachmen.
Maybe the High King... Maybe he's under a spell of a vampire. Maybe he's a thrall and he doesn't know. Interesting. Sounds like the Icereach coven's ritual items. Tell me about the Reachmen you encountered.
The barbarians reacted poorly when we destroyed the strange witch sticks. We beat them back and chased them into the nearby barrow. But that was the last I heard from my soldiers. Since you dealt with this before, would you investigate the barrow?
We'll go to the barrow and find out what happened to your soldiers.
If I were a few years younger and had more soldiers to spare, I'd march east to the Morthal barrow and deal with the sorceress nonsense myself. But I'm not. I don't. And I have other responsibilities. Take this key. It will get you into the barrow.
Tell me more about the witch sticks you said you found and destroyed.
They were tall, ugly things, covered in strange runes, fetishes, and a poultice that smelled like rotting fungus. They had been set up around the town. My soldiers assumed they'd find one at the barrow, but instead they sent word of the Reachmen.
Princess Svana has been trying to convince her father to take action against this threat.
Really? Last I heard, the princess was more interested in... No, I won't indulge in idle gossip. Svana carries herself well. Not with the grace of her mother, but she has the swagger of a warrior. I wish I could say the same about my daughter.
You have a daughter?
Had. She was taken from us 5 years ago. If I had pushed her harder, she might have had the strength to survive. Daughters are a father's greatest weakness. Enough troubles of the past. We have the present to concern ourselves with.
Yeah. Okay, so we gotta go to the barrow.
I knew the Jarl would be reasonable, and it was good to hear my father has finally taken action. If he sent orders about the witch pikes, he at least heard some of what I said. Go check on the barrow. I need to tell the Jarl about my mother.
You know what I hate about Nord barrows? Draugr. Let's make this quick.
Tell me about Draugr.
The servants of the ancient dragon priests awakened from death by magic or a curse or some such. They're known to haunt barrows and sometimes appear in the halls of the dead. They're tougher and smarter than typical zombies, so be on your guard.
Yeah, we know that. I can handle Draugr. Killed them many times before. So there's a guard. I gotta be careful not to be seen. If there's any plans or anything to steal. Doesn't look like there is though. Another level. I so want a house like this. Oh yeah, there's another instrument. Oh, a book. Free one. Wait. Free one. We read with the person here. Were they actually in love? Yeah, Maxton. She's the one we killed. She went mad with the ice stuff. Mother asked me to go speak with Wilgen today. His sawmill keeps the town alive in a lot of ways, even during the times when it's bitter cold out. She believes I should learn more about how his operation works. This is all part of her belief that I'll take over her duties when I'm older. Honestly, I don't think she even wants that, not in her heart. It must be coming from father. Anyway, Wilgen's nice enough. Maybe he'll let me use that big saw to cut up some logs. Went to see Havil at his farm. I always try to find some excuse to leave town and explore the woods. Father warns about wolves and trolls or whatever, but they never bother me. Havil lets me play with the animals, and the other farmhands like to make me laugh by telling bawdy stories. It's nice there. Far enough away from Morthal that I feel like I'm my own person. It's the same reason I visit old Mjolnir. She treats me like a friend and not the Jarl's daughter. I think she's that wise woman. An amazing person just rode into town. I watched her from my window as she went into the tavern. She only carried a backpack and strange staff, so I have no idea why she's here. Nobody ever comes to Morthal unless for a job. I guess she got a room because she didn't come out. I absolutely need to know more. Her name is Maxine. I waited at the tavern all day hoping to see her. Tried to act occupied like I was writing a poem or something so Iaga didn't grow suspicious, but I don't think it worked. Finally I saw her come downstairs and immediately invited her to sit with me. Probably I came across as overly eager. I just don't have a lot of experience with this sort of thing. Max then stared at me for a bit, probably trying to work out why I was acting friendly. Then she sat down and ordered some dinner, or breakfast I guess. She mentioned sleeping all day. She's fascinating, travelled all over the world learning more about her research. She didn't go into detail so I didn't pry. We got along rather well and I have to say, she's rather beautiful. Mother caught me sneaking out of the house, or I suppose she caught me sneaking back in. I joined Maxton on one of her trips to find the source of energy she's tracking. At first I worried when she admitted she studies necromancy. We all know the stories about the dangers of such magic, but she is so careful and rigorous about it. I see now that it can be a legitimate area of knowledge like anything else. It's cute how focused she becomes when testing some dirt or whatever. As we walked through the darkness I held her hand. There was a moment where I felt so overwhelmed by emotion that I stopped and kissed her. It was warm, comforting. I want to feel that way again and again. Like I said, Mother caught me when I returned. She acted stern about my keeping secrets, but I could tell she was just worried. We ended up talking about Maxten, though I left out the part about necromancy. She surprised me by offering encouragement. Morthal doesn't offer much in the way of variety of experience, and Mother had a much fuller life before she came here. I think she wants the same for me. Finally, after so much time searching, Maxten tracked down what she was been looking for. She wants me to join her at the old ruins tonight. I'll need to sneak out again despite Mother's direct wishes, but it's worth it to see my Maxten achieve her goal. People around town have started to be suspicious of her. It's been months and she hardly speaks to anyone but me. She's just private. They're all good people, just unused to outsiders. Especially mages like Max 10. Hopefully she'll stay even once she's done this ritual. I can't imagine my life without her anymore. Yeah, but it all went bad. She just went mad with grief of losing you, I guess. Furin, who I didn't suspect would be the Jarl's daughter here.
What do you want?
Want to go back downstairs? So yeah, to Morthal Barrow. But we still don't know what Maxine... Like, she found that power source, the ice power source. We still don't know what she was trying to achieve. So yeah, the tavern.
You seen Vigrida around? I was hoping she'd give me some hunting tips. I'm not bad at making traps. Pretty good with a bow, too. When I'm finally done being a soldier, I thought I'd take up hunting.
Worthy goal. So there's some quests in the tavern. Oh no, there's one there. And there's probably one in the tavern, but won't do that yet. We'll get this way shrine and then we'll go to the barrow. Let's go! But yeah, maybe in the next DLC we'll have a house kind of like that. In that shape. It would be nice to have another medium home. So yeah, Morthal looks kind of the same as Skyrim.
See that mound? That's the barrow. The entrance will be down below.
Keep back! The barrow is unsafe.
Jarl Redharn sent us. What happened here?
Reachman, let's talk if you want details.
Okay.
You, sir, the barrow is off limits. We are here to make sure nothing gets in or out, and will do so by any means necessary.
Jarl Redharn sent us. He said he hasn't heard from the soldiers he sent to the barrow.
I did not want to spare the soldiers I'd left to send a message. We destroyed a number of strange sticks set up on the outskirts of town. When we reached the barrow, we spotted a few Reach barbarians. I sent word and we charged after them.
Then what happened?
A storm appeared in the barrow, if you can believe such a thing. It was foul magic, almost certainly. Soldiers began changing around me, dying or falling into a stupor. Some turned into monsters, and then the Draugr clawed out of their graves.
Did you see one of those strange sticks in the barrow?
We never made it that far inside, and when the storm hit, it was all I could do to get out and seal the door behind us. If the Jarl sent you, and you're intent on entering the barrow, I won't stop you. But if you emerge as a monster...
I'd expect nothing less. You end me. Okay, so the barrow. I guess Lyris went inside already. So there's a storm inside. But maybe it won't affect us because we're the vestige. I don't know, but it'll affect Lyris. Would suck if she turned into a not a blood fiend, a harrow fiend. Okay, so this place. Gotta go there. I want to check out this water room. Go stealthy. It's cool. The Tower of the Wolf. Oh, that'll be about in Solitude. From the Masonry of Solitude Digest, I have had few opportunities to update my initial corpus on the construction and stylings of my beloved homeland, and even now my quill shakes with curiosity. To think that within my lifetime, I would be able to put to paper a fifth addendum, and one that involves so illustrious an architectural example as Castle Dower. Yes, loyal readers of my digest will be familiar with the main keep, the Svata's donjon, the Temple of the Divines, and the curtain walls that dominate the skyline of Solitude. Our High King Svagrim has seen fit to add another finger to this stone list, the most ambitious one yet. Though construction only started within the past year, it already nears completion. We call the new edifice the Tower of the Wolf, drawing its name from the noble beast that adorns Solitude's heraldry. How impressive it looks sweeping up to the stark sky, dwarfing even Svata's donjon. I am happy to report that the quarry with which furnished the castle's original stone was able to supply what was needed for the construction of the Tower of the Wolf. Reports of the quarry's depletion were apparently unfounded. As excited as I am to discuss the Tower of the Wolf in great architectural detail, I am unfortunately unable to. Access to the tower has been denied to all but those actively working on the structure. I appealed to the Blue Palace for special exception given my area of interest, but the bureaucrats rebuffed me. I was undeterred in my appeals, and you can imagine my shock when I received a reply from some minor courtier, but from the High King himself. The interior spaces of the Tower of the Wolf must be maintained in secrecy given the prying eyes of Yoran the False King, wrote High King Svagrim. I could not deny his most pragmatic logic, for the towers ultimately of military value, and yet there is hope. The tower nears completion even as I write this missive, High King Svargrim continued. And when it is complete, the people of Solitude will understand what an accomplishment this edifice is for our people. We need only wait, my loyal readers. Interesting. So, Tower of the Wolf is still under construction. Sister Elra's proclamation. Brothers and sisters in the Reach, know this. A powerful army awakens and our sacred work gives it strength. Our power grows and our rewards will be numerous as the ancient army reclaims its place in the world. The wise and ageless Ashen Lord praises our efforts. Every harvest we provide returns more of his beloved kin to his side. This is how it should be, this is good. Some of you question our work, some of you fear. Our allies know this. The ritual of the Hara Storm is glorious. It provides what the Ashen Lord requires, while also filling our enemies with fear. We have perfected the ritual, made it more powerful. Now only a single pike is needed to call forth a storm. It will not be a large storm, but it will harvest the life force we need all the same. I knew they were harvesting the life force. So be strong and do as the coven commands. Seek not the light, but praise the grey. Sister Elra. So yeah, they need the life force from people so they can bring the grey host back to life. There's Harrow Fiends here. So, we're gonna have to kill Sister Alara?
Those bodies, they're the Jarl's soldiers.
Yep, turned into Harrow Fiends. So yeah, they take the life force from people. Some die, others become Harrow Fiends.
A meager harvest. This grey reliquary must be moved to more fruitful fields. Protect the witch pike. Do not let them destroy it.
Oh, I'm destroying it, alright.
That's done. Let's tell the Jarl what happened here.
So Sister Alara got away. That sucks. Probably kill her later on though. Oh, another book. Admoran tablet. Oh, that's a lead. Body marking. Have to get that later.
If I never have to enter another barrow, it will be too soon.
What's wrong with Barris? But she doesn't like Drago.
No sign of that witch or the reliquary she ran off with. We should get back to the Jarl's Hall.
What do you think we saw down there?
We saw the last stand of what could have been a much larger attack on Morthal. The witch pike in the barrow was the only one that wasn't destroyed before they performed the ritual. Soldiers were caught in the Harrow Storm, but the town was spared.
Luckily. So that's why the soldiers became Harrow Fiends.
That's what happened in Kilcreath after the storm hit. I'm more curious about the witch, though. Why was that grey reliquary important enough for her to grab it and run off as soon as she spotted us? Come on, let's go talk to Jarl Redharn.
Maybe it's someone important from the Grey Host? I'll see you at the Jarl's Hall. Interesting. Yep, maybe someone high up in the Grey Host. She was taking their ashes. Okay, let's report to the Jarl.
And then Mog threw up all over the Sword Thane's boots.
Ha! This orc friend of yours sounds... Ah, your companion's return.
That we do. And yeah, Mog's interesting character. He likes drinking.
Have you investigated the barrow as you promised? What news of our soldiers? Inform the Jarl immediately or get back out there and get it done.
It's done!
Well, friend of Svana, are you as good as your word? Tell me what you discovered at the Morthal barrow.
A few of your soldiers escaped, but a Hara storm claimed everyone in the barrow.
A harrow storm? Like the thing the princess was telling me about? The thing that destroyed Kilcreath? Gods! A pox on the Reach and its barbarian horde! What else? What about the Reachmen in the barrow?
We destroyed a witch pike and dealt with the Reachmen, but one of the coven witches got away.
Disappointing, but not unexpected. Reach witches are a tricky lot. Still, you have my thanks. In the meantime, Hjalmar shall prepare for war. We may not have a defense against the harrow storms, but we can be ready to attack once we have a target.
Yes! As soon as we find out where the coven leaders are hiding, Svana will send word. Well, that went well. Better than I expected.
With you and Lyris's help, we've gained the trust of Jarl Redharn. My father respects the Jarl. That will go a long way in convincing the High King to take the Coven's threat seriously. Now we need to do the same thing at Carthald.
Tell me about Carthald.
Jarl Ulfwen rules the Hold, which was established to provide a defensible border against the Reach. If any of the Western Holds can deal with this threat, it's Carthald. But first, I have one more thing to discuss with Jarl Redharn.
Of course.
Jarl Redharn, prepare your forces as you say. But we need you in Solitude.
Solitude? I have troubles here in Hjalmarch. Why should I leave when my hold needs me?
High King Svargrim won't listen to us, but he might listen to you.
Get up, princess. If you think it will help, I'll talk to your father.
Lyris, please escort the Jarl to Solitude.
Of course. What about you?
We need to warn Jarl Ulfwen, so we're going to Carthald.
Cool. So Carthald... Where's Carthald? I guess I have to go outside.
I want to discuss a few details with the Jarl before he heads to Solitude. I'll meet you near Carthwatch, the major settlement in Carthald. There's an inn southeast of town, the Eversnow. Let's meet there.
What are we going to do in Carthwatch?
Gain an audience with Jarl Ulfwen and convince her that the Harrow Storm threat is real. Her and Mother never got along, so I don't expect a warm welcome, but she's a pragmatic woman. I hope she'll take our warning seriously.
Hopefully. But you're not your mother. Hopefully she listens.
Do not worry. I'll provide good counsel to the High King. It's obvious to me that we need to take the Reach threat seriously. By the time I'm done with him, Svargrim will see that too.
Good. Hopefully he'll listen to you. Though he didn't even listen to his own daughter.
Lady Dinetha and I will manage the hold in the Jarl's absence. We shall be fine when he consults with the High King.
Cool. I am glad. So yeah, we've got Jarl Redharn on our side. So we have to go to Carthwatch. So I gotta meet her at the inn and go to Carthwatch. But yeah, we seem to be getting progressed along. We've got the Jarl of Morthal on our side, which is good. The next one I'll do the quests in this area and then move on to Carthwatch and get that Jarl on our side. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.